Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It's TPM5 here, back again with another NBA video. And in today's video, I'm going to be previewing the Eastern Conference Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Atlanta Hawks. Firstly, I'm going to do the Milwaukee Bucks, then gonna get on to the Atlanta Hawks side of things, and then give you my predictions for this series. Without further ado, let's get into it. The Bucks won arguably one of the better Game 7s in NBA history, beating the Brooklyn Nets in overtime following a Kevin Durant airball. Brook Lopez stepped up. You had guys like Chris Middleton doing everything they could on offense. Drew Holiday was pretty slow, but he picked up when he needed to, and obviously Giannis was Giannis. Now, in terms of averages, Giannis led the way, averaging 32 points and 13 rebounds, shooting an astonishing 57% from the field. He obviously did have his struggles from three, shooting 25% from there, only making 1 3 per game. Chris Middleton did everything the Bucks could have wanted him to in this series, averaging 24 points with 37% from three and 41% from the field. Obviously, we would want him to shoot a higher field goal percentage, but they did ask him to do a lot. He was under a lot of pressure. He had Drew Holiday averaging 15 points and 6 assists. Not particularly shooting well in either category, but he did defend quite well on the perimeter, and he did his role there. Brook Lopez was averaging 11 points and also shooting 40% from three, so obviously providing the spacing that they'd need from a center, obviously knowing that Giannis can't shoot. Now, just a quick break, guys. I make NBA content 2 to 3 times a week on this channel, so I'd heavily appreciate it if you subscribed. Now back into the preview. Now, when the Bucks play the Hawks, it becomes very important that Giannis just attacks the paint, because Capela can probably hold him down for a little period of time, but there's no direct quote-unquote Giannis stopper that could slow him down consistently, and he could genuinely average 40 points per game in this series if he chooses to attack. And also, the other guys become important as well. Chris Middleton, can still put some points up as well, and Drew Holiday on the offensive side of the floor can probably have a larger role than he did against the Brooklyn Nets. So I don't think that the Atlanta Hawks have an answer, I guess, for this caliber of a team, and I think that the Bucks, it's their series to lose. I think the only way they, blow it is that I don't really know. I'm trying to think of, that maybe they're slowed down and they can't, make their shots in the half court setting, because that is something that could happen if Capela sets and maybe John Collins can defend Giannis. I'm not really sure who stops Giannis on that Atlanta Hawks roster. I'm probably baffling on a little bit here, but it's kind of the truth of it. I think that the Bucks on the defensive side of the floor will have a little bit more issues, dealing with the Hawks. I think that the Hawks are a very good offensive team, and they show that they can flick the switch. Like in, Game 5, Lou Will off the bench gave them some spark. Obviously, they have a very well-rounded team in Atlanta with a lot of players averaging double figures. But that's it for the, I guess, Bucks side. I was already kind of leaning into the Hawks side of the preview, but let's get straight into it. The Atlanta Hawks did the seemingly impossible. As a young team this season, heading into the season, not many people were expecting them to be this good. The appointment of Nate McMillan as the head coach worked wonders. They went on a streak as soon as he went in office, and he's really changed the culture there. He's obviously getting the best out of the guys, and then obviously beating an experienced coach in Doc Rivers, and a Philadelphia team, exposing their weaknesses almost and playing smart. They were led by Trae Young, who was averaging 30 points and 11 assists per game, and the Philadelphia 76ers had no answer for him at all on the perimeter. They tried chucking Danny Green on him, but that obviously didn't work, and then Danny Green got injured at a point during that series. And you have John Collins averaging 15. I'll try that again. John Collins averaging 15 points per game along with 9 rebounds. You have Bogdan Bogdanovic, and then you also have Danilo Gallinari, both averaging 14 points per game, and then Kevin Huerter averaging 11 points on 44% from the three, so providing that spacing. And you have Clint Capela averaging a double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds, shooting very well from the floor, considering the fact that, he's a center and he kind of should be doing that anyway. And obviously Lou Will off the bench, he had a couple big games there as well. So they certainly have the depth in Atlanta. It's just they lack the star power, I guess, to go toe-to-toe with the Bucks. But they did surprise us against the Sixers. Not many people saw that happening. It's a combination of, I guess, poor mental strength from the 76ers. And I'm finding it hard to make the case for the Hawks to beat the Bucks. But, it's something that could very well happen. Trae Young, you kind of know what you're going to get from him. And I don't think Drew Holiday can consistently stop Trae Young. So you have one player there that's going to continue to play well. I think that the Atlanta Hawks are, it's kind of almost a surprise that they ended up here, and this is going to be very you know, if looking back on this preview and you hear me talking like this, and it's gonna be very disrespectful to them, but I can't really see them winning at all. I think that they kind of start, many in those games, like in Game 5, they came back from 26 points. They you can't count on those bad starts. In some ways, it was a very fluky way to win. Obviously, giving them credit and stuff, but I just can't see a way that they're gonna beat the Bucks or give them any serious problems. And you know, I'll close that chapter there. Let's move on to my predictions for the series. I think that the Bucks should be good enough to sweep them, but I think that part of me wants to give Atlanta a game, so I'm going to give Atlanta a game. So that's it for the preview. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to comment your predictions for this series as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Peace.